catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. Shout out to my that can get it independent and ain't looking for no love though. He trying to catch me in my feelings, but he don't know that I'm the though. He trying to stunt and give me drinks. I got the bottles in the section and I practice with the bass.
I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Fasten your seatbelts for one of the great divisional rivalries in the NFL. This is the first of 2 games between these teams this year, and you know it's going to be entertaining. It's the Dolphins going up against the Crusaders. With that, let's get out to Zilker Stadium. We're standing by our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Larry, we haven't had NFL football in this city for 22 years, but football is back here in Los Angeles. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Crusaders. They come up in an offset eye. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Got a man open, that's Devontae Parker, complete. Having an effective short passing game, one of their main concern coming into this one, right there, able to hit the D with a quick strike and a first down.
And you're able to put that into your game plan when you see that there's space to throw the football. A lot of defenses don't want to play press coverage or tight coverage. They'll play backed off, and sometimes those cornerbacks will bail out really fast and really get deep, and that allows you to throw the quick game underneath, and they took advantage of it.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now a peek at the starters on the defensive side. Second down following the run. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Now Tannehill. And that's caught by Tammy. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Tannehill now to throw. And this is incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Going deep here for Parker. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the first down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning. And then it's about execution. So put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And here's a look at the starting offense. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
And Ndamukong Suh provokes a whole lot of conversation. But at the end, everyone agrees, one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go!
To throw again is Taylor. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, 3rd down. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Here's Taylor. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right around the 25. 1st and 10. Tannehill. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And they pick up a 1st down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
The times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Brown, the lone receiver left. Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Frank's kick is good. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now Taylor on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's out. On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The 15 yards there on the catch and run. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 7, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Fighting through, and he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the 1st. That was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Watkins alone on the left side. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he comes back with one complete. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to be.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Phillips, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Let's go!
Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
And Carpenter knocks it through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3. They were hoping for 6, an unlucky number 13 play drive.
Well, you go to the sideline after putting 3 points on the board, happy, but you wanted to be ecstatic. You wanted to have 6 on the board. On the opposite sideline, though, the defense, I think they're high-fiving each other, only giving up 3 after letting them run that much offense.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Miami. 43 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it. I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
And throw right side complete to Parker. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now it's Tannehill. Quick hitter here. It's complete. You give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. So they're operating in the red zone.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
The throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. It doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They'll run for it. Peterson, and he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. Here's Tannehill. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. Now a run with Peterson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And it's 3rd down and goal from the 4. Now it's Ajayi. They lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
They might think about going for it here, but it's still just the 2nd quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Frank's kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So we're trading field goals here in the opening half. No breakthrough yet on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
And really, I like what I've seen from both of these defenses thus far. Both have been a little more aggressive than I expected. And I think that's reflected in what we see on the scoreboard, which is no touchdowns to this point.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Here we go!
Throwing now, Taylor on 1st down. Going to drop this off to McCoy, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their 1st, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
4 down. Here we go!
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Tight right. Come on, let's go! Red 38!
From midfield now, here's Taylor. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. So if you like field goals, this is your game. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. A big play there for L.A. 63 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a 1st down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Taylor will throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now it's Tannehill. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
Here's Taylor to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. But sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make the play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll check this one down to McCoy. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. Nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Brown, the lone receiver left. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He was looking for his tight end, Jacob Tamme, there. And it's second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On second down, Peterson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They're trying to establish that running game, but they're really, really having trouble, aren't they?
Yeah, when you're running against a really good 4-3 defense, that means you've got big guys inside who control things. Those big defensive tackles are making it very difficult to find open space.
Here's Tannehill. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. 1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. To throw is Taylor. He pops out, incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, and en route, going into a little bit of traffic, maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Second and 10, it's Taylor again. He'll rifle this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. Give him 30 yards there.
That was good coverage, but it was an even better catch. Great job by both of them, but only one of them ultimately was the winner coming down with the football.
Now it's Taylor. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out come the Dolphins now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And if you're the defense and those D tackles, you like that they're trying to run the football here against your 4-3, don't you?
Yeah, because they tend to eat things up because they are so strong and physical, and especially when they play with leverage where they get lower than the offensive lineman and control them. And
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
And oh, look at that. A diving catch. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push them back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
A fake to McCoy. Now it's Taylor. Taylor hit. He lost the football. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Patrick DeMarco, the fullback, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on first down.
They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. Tannehill, and this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Here's Tannehill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions,
Let's go.
but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Check three.
Watkins alone on the left side. Now Taylor to throw on second down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Now Taylor, he's going to look deep down the field, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. So guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
This is fielded at the 7. Shreds the tackle. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Peterson alone in the backfield. Tannehill on 1st down. And his pass incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Now Tannehill going up top. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people.
And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, LA! Their dangerous wide receiver. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. And how about that, giving us our 5th lead change of the game? It's been back and forth.
No doubt about it, and right now, they're ahead, but they can't relax at all because if we've had 5 lead changes, I'm kind of betting on a 6th.
Yeah, we might see a 6th. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT. Man open left side is Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team. Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. It's complete to Parker, left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
And that is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it brings up fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive. Careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Come on, let's go! Man 38! Man 38!
On first and 10, it's Taylor. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Come on, let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. A couple of Dolphins in on the stop. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. It's a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
We'll see if they can pick it up here with a fullback Felton. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lawrence Timmons not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here.
Alert! Alert! 3 down, 3 down! Check three. Single. Here we go! One!
On second down, here's Taylor. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Throwing now is Taylor. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And it's taken in at the 9. Peterson, and some room to work. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They run again on first down. Peterson cuts it out here, left sideline. Adrian Peterson off to the races. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Adrian Peterson in the final minute, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the fourth. Well, at this stage in the fourth, I thought they might work it down the field a little differently, but they go with the run. Hole opens up, and he's gone.
Were we mind melding there? Because you're thinking differently, meaning throwing the ball, right?
Yeah.
I'm with you. With that time on the clock, I thought the ball would be in the air on just about every play. And they came back and got them with a surprise, because I think the defense was planning for that as well. That took some fortitude as a play caller. Give him high marks for making it happen.
We got three, fellas. Here we go.
He's back to throw. His throw incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacting to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And that one? Oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
Peterson alone in the backfield. Tannehill going to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They'll run with Peterson, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, second and goal. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Frank's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Always, hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past it?
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. All right, so then instead of a 2-score lead in the waning moments, that miss means they're going to need to sweat this one out after all, partner.
Nothing comes easy in this league. That could turn out to be a miss of disastrous proportions. So now they need to call on their defense one last time to bail them out.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that drive.